goodness me. Manchester City losing at home to Crystal Palace by 2-0. And you could say, Steve, deservedly so. City were really poor today.
Yeah, they were. And there was two things that stuck out. The obvious one that we've been talking about forever is, do they need a centre forward?
Right.
You can't argue they don't. But the other thing that struck me was, yet again, why is Diaz playing with Laporte when Stones is available and fit and healthy? They were so good last year. They were probably as big a reason why Man City were champions last year, that pairing. So why are you not putting it together? And guess what? Laporte has a hand in the goal they lose and then gets him sent off.
Yeah.
So
right decision?
Oh, 100%.
Right.
Yeah, he makes a bad decision trying to get in front of Zaha. Zaha's clever, holds him off, turns him, and then he gets pulled down. No, absolutely no question. But even then, you still think, that's how much we think of City. You still think they're capable of getting back in.
Yeah.
Particularly with Palace, who have given leads away, particularly in this season. So it's hard to be positive about this performance because there was actually nothing positive that they did.
Well, there was nothing in the final third from City, and we've been here before, haven't we? Jack Grealish was supposed to be the one who would come in and break it down. He just gets fouled. You know what he's going to do. There's no one in the centre for him to supply.
Right.
They seem to be, like we saw, obviously losing the Carabao Cup, but a competition they've taken seriously over the years. The City side are struggling.
Well, they are, and I think partly I think the reason they're struggling is because they don't have a focus up front.
Right.
You can call me an old geezer who's stuck in the past, but when you've got a focus up front for everybody, then it knocks the opposition back. It gives the wide men something to play off of. It gives midfielders a target to play off if the ball's on early. There are so many things.
People say, Steve, they say they won the title last year without a striker.
And that's what makes it hard to put up an argument.
But
sometimes there are anomalies that happen that you can't explain.
Right.
But actually, to do it time after time after time, most of the time it's not going to work. And again today, not for the first time this season, it didn't work. You've got three guys up front who prefer to be wide, and it didn't work, and they couldn't create anything.
And that was the thing, wasn't it, Donny? The striking thing against Crystal Palace is the sense that the goalkeeper didn't have to stand on his head. He didn't have a world-class game that we saw earlier in the Arsenal match. It was, once again, City struggling to create clear chances.
Which is very unlike a Man City side, isn't it? Normally when you see the City lineups come in, you see the opposition, you think, put 4-0 down for Man City against Palace today. Palace were brilliant and have been since the start of the season under Vieira. But Man City, they're always going to be asked that question, Dan, when they don't win a game. Do you need a number 9? They do need a number 9. Liverpool were way off it last season. That's probably why Man City ran away with it. And Stevie's bang on about John Stones and Diaz. That's their best pairing. And Laporte had a shocker today. We've all had him. And I put that down to a sort of one-off for Man City because they'll bounce back because they're a good side. And then they'll probably go on a run in the Premier League where they'll probably win 4 or 5 on the spin. And then we'll be saying they don't need a number 9. And I know Man United's not the barometer, but you wouldn't see a Man United side playing with a false 9. You wouldn't see a Liverpool side playing with a false 9. So you can get away with it in certain games, and you can get away with it like last season, like they did Man City. But I honestly believe that was a one-off here. I would be absolutely stunned, Dan, if Man City don't go in, and it might not be January, it might be the summer. I would be stunned if they don't get someone like Haaland. I would be absolutely amazed if they went another season without a number 9.
But I think that the problem is with Manchester City. I mean, the standards for Manchester City is to win the Champions League. And then you have to compare yourself with other great teams in and around. And if you see Bayern Munich, when Bayern Munich are struggling, they still got that option to play the number 9. They still need to play up to the number 9. Yes, we will always, and Pep Guardiola said it himself, when I score 4 or 5, nobody asked me about a striker. But I think that is in a whole season when you will want to chase for the Champions League and everything, you need that number 9. You don't see any other teams in Europe chasing for the Champions League without the striker. I mean, I'm a bit amazed that they haven't done that on the transfer fee when you know the resources they've got.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.